Ahem. Trying this again. I'm your host, Elizibar. This is New Comic Book Day. And we are going to talk about comic books on New Comic Book Day. I know, you're shocked. You're like, how could this possibly be? But that's the world we live in, the world of New Comic Book Day. Hello, XLG81. Happy New Comic Book Day to you. We got me. We got my co-host Erica right here. See how happy she is? Look at that. And we got the Totoro bag. And I don't have that many books today. But before we even get into the books, before we even start digging in to all this stuff, like I still got this Hellblazer book sitting here, right? Pursuant to our conversation, like yesterday, whenever that was, and then you just come casually into the Discord, and you're just like, oh man, look at this. We were literally talking about the Constantine movie, and I busted this puppy out to show off some of the stuff that they took inspiration from for the Constantine movie, and then you roll in, right, the very next day, and you're all like, check this out. Bush frontman Gavin Rossdale answered all the questions about playing the devilish Balthazar in Constantine and the pleasures of flirting with Keanu Reeves. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. Everything just comes back to something. And you're ESPN. So congratulations on having a finely tuned ESPN connection. So I need to go put this book back where it belongs. And I need to get the books for this week out. And let us put that up on top, because it's not a spoiler or anything like that. We'll put the Totoro bag over here where it's safe and sound. Ah, man. It's been a little while. Like a whole extra week. And, a lot has happened. A lot has transformed in my life in the last 2 weeks. Namely, pain. But we don't need to go into that today. We don't need to talk about that today. I'm just going to casually drop that reference and then leave people going, what is he talking about? Because it's my stream, and I get to do that sort of thing if I want to. So we'll look at the DC Connect at the end here. As usual, we will do the free stuff first. So I get my books at Graham Cracker Comics. And when you go into Graham Cracker Comics on New Comic Book Day, aka Wednesday, you get not one, not two, but 3 books for free out of the dollar bin, which used to be the 75-cent bin, which used to be the 50-cent bin. Inflation is killing us all. And my shop man actually stuck that in my box for me. So it's a book of Aardvark Vanaheim characters in 3D. And there are 3D glasses here. And I don't think they're going to work for us because, it's a mono camera. I don't have like stereo camera here, so you cannot see this in 3D. But I was really surprised when I opened the book up and found 2 pairs of 3D glasses inside this thing. So yeah, there's kind of how it looks without the 3D glasses. So let's see what happens. I take one of these pairs of 3D glasses up here, the cheap little cellophane kind. Do that. Wow, that looks terrible. And it looks a little better in person, but yeah, it is. Oh, the blue looks better, doesn't it? Look at that. It is now in monovision. Amazing. So this is probably a book I'm never going to read, except I do want to find the Flaming Carrot story in it, because I've never read Flaming Carrot. There it was. And Mystery Men is actually based, they licensed the Flaming Carrot character, and then they made a movie with the side characters instead of the Flaming Carrot. And that's where Mystery Men comes from. So let's, okay, look with your left eye. All right. Okay. Now, look with your right eye. Remember what your left eye saw and look with your right eye. Amazing, isn't it? Wow. 3D in print and in movies. Anytime you have to start using goofy glasses, especially the color filter ones like these, the real cheap kind of 3D, never really works. The polarization kind of 3D works a lot better, I think. So yeah, a little flaming carrot story in here. What else we got? Is that Miss Tree? Yeah, that's Miss 3. Or Miss Tree. Missed Tree in Tree D. Oh, so witty. So clever. Also a little hubba hubba. You know what I'm talking about right there? Oh, wraparound cover. That's kind of cool. At least one of these people in the list of creators here has fallen out of favor. He is now politically disfavored, and you are not supposed to think about him or know who he is or regard his books as being any good. Alright, the other two books I got out of the free bin. I am slowly working on my Impact comic collection, man. So I saw these Jaguar books just sitting down there waiting for me. And this is a character I don't know a whole lot about, but come on. If you've been lurking around this channel for a while, you know I go, oh man, I like the Black Hood. Specifically, I like the Impact Comics Black Hood. Even more specifically, I like the Black Hood from the Black Hood comic series. I think the Black Hood in all the other books is a different guy. He's the guy that actually dies in the first book of the Black Hood comic. But, yeah. Like, this ought to be kind of fun, man. It's just like classic superhero shenanigans. Look at her. Man, she a big lady, ain't she? Like Big Barda. She gonna kill somebody. Black Hood's a cool character, though. I really dig him. These books came out when... Hey, yeah, it is Comic Book Night, Cannibal Cat. It's New Comic Book Day, Wednesday. The greatest day of the week, if you like comic books. If you don't like comic books, not so much the greatest day of the week. We're looking at the stuff I got for free today, which I'm not going to do the whole spiel again. Suffice it to say, you go into my comic book store, you get 3 books for free. Out of the dollar bin. And, these Impact books, they came out when I was living in Hawaii, man, like 1991. And, I saw them in this little comic book store that was just down the road from where I lived on Post. And I saw the Black Hood, and I'm like, that's cool. And I bought them, and I bought like one of the Impact annuals. And then the line died because Archie and DC couldn't get along or weren't selling enough books or whatever. But these are all, the characters in the Impact books are all old Archie superheroes from like the 60s. Which Archie stopped publishing these characters at some point in the 80s. And then, that's a pretty cool dynamic cover, man. Something about modern comic book covers just doesn't, like, hit the same notes. Like, they tend not to be as crazy looking or whatever. And most of the time they don't have, like, these crazy taglines. In league with the Black Hood. Vengeance from the void. Just, gives them a little something-something. So, yeah, I don't know a whole lot about the Jaguar character. I've only got one other Jaguar book. It's actually issue 6. So now I've got 4, 5, and 6, which ain't bad. One of these days, I'll own the whole Impact set, and that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, she looks like she's here to beat the tar out of this guy, and he's like lasering or like force beaming or something at her. Oh, classic wrestling move. Grab a table and hit somebody with it. Or a bench or whatever that is. Yeah. I like it. Oh, I just watched the last Impact pay-per-view last night. So I am like super in tune with wrestling, man. Santana and Mustafa Ali basically killed each other in the ring. And it was crazy. It was for Impact, it was a really good show. It's probably the best pay-per-view they've had since I started watching Impact again in like 2018. I was hoping for another fight scene here. Are we not getting like another fight scene? Oh, here we go. Boom! She's kicking him around. He's like lasering and stuff. Oh! Does he like set things on fire or something when he touches them? I'll have to read this because that's kind of what that looks like. Like he's like so heated up that stuff just bursts into flames. Plus, one fun thing about really old well, not really old, older comic books, and really old ones too, is all the stupid classified ads, man. Get your Atlas body, dude. And you know what? If you actually did the stuff Charles Atlas told you to do, and you did it religiously, you actually would end up looking like him. Problem is, you know, nobody, especially teenagers, is going to be able to follow that. Hercules body now! Oh, goodness. Discount Comics. Missed an issue. Monster Island, the award-winning fantasy adventure play-by-mail game. Good times, man. Oh no, her roommate looks like she's figured out her secret through the power of missing a cucumber on an eye. Amazing. So yeah, those are the books I got for free. I only bought 2 books this week. One, I think, is probably going to be stupid fun. And frankly, I'm not really sure how you could possibly pit Spider-Man versus Godzilla. But you know what? I'm here for it. You know what I was talking about with old comic book covers having like stupid taglines and looking fun? That's why I picked up this cover. There were like 5 covers of this book on the shelf, and this is the one that looked the most fun. It's the one I ended up with. Imagine freaking that, right? Okay, Spider-Man in the black suit. I have no idea what's going on in... Oh no, Godzilla! Yeah! I have no idea what's going on in the main comic book for Spider-Man. Like, they lost me as a customer like 20 years ago. Picked the wrong day to make my big return to Manhattan. Magnetic Mary Jane Watson is making hay in Hollywood as an actress, model, or something. Not sure, Nick. Okay, so this is set, like, not anywhere in normal continuity. Got it. Which is probably just as well, because the Fantastic Four should be the ones fighting Godzilla. Oh, he's symbiote Spider-Man. Okay. Oh, no! Oh, no. They say he's got to go Ninja Weasel. Can you say Jaguar like it's the... Oh. Jaguar? I can say Jaguar. Or, maybe more topically for what we got going on here, I can instead channel my inner Godzilla movie. Is it a Todd McFarlane book? I hope not. I will channel my inner Godzilla movie, okay? Soon as wikizilla.org lets me on. Yeah, it looks like we're about to get symbiote Godzilla. It totally does. Come on, I need the right picture. That's a good one. All right. So, you know, XLG, I also would really like that. You're like, can you say Jaguar? I can indeed say Jaguar. However, having watched Godzilla vs. Megalon, I can in fact channel the English dub, and actually the Japanese dub for that matter, and go, Jaguar, Jaguar! That's right. That little kid, his voice is seared into my brain. Jaguar! Jaguar! So don't mess with me, man. I speak monster movie, okay? This is a terrible movie, by the way. It might be the worst Godzilla movie. Mostly because of the little kid going, Jaguar, Jaguar! Okay, that's over. We're good. I'm not doing that again. Oh man, I gotta see if we get like symbiote Godzilla. Oh yeah, look at that. Look, there's Null over here trying to take over Godzilla because he's like the god of the symbiotes or something like that. Dude, we have symbiote Godzilla. Ninja Weasel. The Weasel of ninjas. We have symbiote Godzilla. I have no idea why Spider-Man was wearing the Venom symbiote, but we now have symbiote Godzilla because of it. Okay, he's got stupid powers, he's electroshocking. I don't really think that's gonna bother Godzilla, but I don't know. Oh, symbiote Godzilla came loose from regular Godzilla, so now we're having symbiote versus Godzilla throwdown. Because if you remember, like, how symbiotes work, man, they get the powers of their hosts, right? They learn how to mimic them. It's too bad the fight was, like, really short, and it ends on a cliffhanger. We've now read the entire book, at least the parts that matter. I'm sure I'll actually read the text bubbles when I go to reread that for a review this weekend. That's the plan. That is the plan. This weekend, we're gonna get back on track, man. We have been off track for too long with stupid comic books, and we're getting back on track. The reason we're getting back on track is I'm almost done reading the Dark Crystal novelization. I got like the last chapter, the final confrontation of the Crystal Chamber to go, and that's it. So once I finish reading that, the psychological pressure from that book will be off of me. I'll get like 3 or 4 videos for book chat talking about different aspects of that book I like. I also need to go find that Star Wars book I read and do like a video or 2 on it too. Yeah, we're about to blow things out of the water, man. We're going to get going. I'm going to read 1 million books. We're going to do a ton of reading. Vampirella, Something's Killing the Children. Skies. No, I'm not reading Sky is the Limit. I'm not reading Sky is the Limit. I did read She Can Fly, or She Could Fly, whatever the name of that book was, like 6 years ago. That was a weird-ass book. That was a weird book. But yeah, like, we got all kinds of stuff we're going to read, man. I don't think I've ever done a review of Black and White, so we'll do that. All the Lady Death related stuff from Coffin Comics is right here. I got to finish that H.P. Lovecraft book. Okay, Mike Moore just committed suicide. That's nice. Here, you can just stay right there, buddy. Oh, he killed the camera. Mike Moore killed the camera, if you can believe it. Can you believe it? He committed suicide and killed the camera. That's talent. Let's see if I can get this back on. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, it looks like the camera is talking to the computer, but it doesn't look like the computer wants to do that. Yeah, blackout. Oh no. Let me open up the Elgato software real quick. Oh, shoot. What is that? Game Capture HD. And we'll just capture the screen of the Elgato software. Assuming it opens. There it is. No signal. Is it connected? Yes, it's connected. It's right here. It's all connected. Wait, no light came on the thing. Okay, there we go. Now the Elgato's waking up. It just flashed lights at me. That's a good sign. One moment, please. The computer wants us to stay in the dark. Indeed it does. Alright, it's claiming there's like a crazy resolution now, which is progress. Let me unplug this, plug that in. As that one wrestling promotion that I like says, you know, I'm going to give him one of these, and I'm going to give him one of those. Huh. Alright, well, this may be we may not actually get to look at Something is Killing the Children, which is right here in my pocket. While I work on this, instant game view, and it's pitch black. Hey, there it is. Okay, never mind. We have video. Give me a second to figure out how to make this full screen. How do I? No, I want to make the freaking video feed full screen. How do I do that? Oh, hold on. We got this. I just need a second. Does it look like the display is going to minimize? Well, it was minimizing itself. Now it's not. Brah. Okay, here we go. Boop. Ha-ha! Take that, technology. You thought you could defeat me. You just started reading Something's Killing the Children? Like from the first issue? That's a long way to go, because we are up to issue 41, which I'm like 7, 8 issues behind now. I think the last one I read was like early 30s. So I got to catch up on this. So I don't really have context for the things I'm seeing inside the book, except, you know, it's more very typical. Something is killing the children, bad family relationships. It looks like we're flashing back to Erica's childhood growing up in the Order. Yeah, isn't that the dead guy that was her friend and her, like, handler right there? Man, quit flashing back. I want to see the future. I want to go back to the future. This looks like there is no monster action in this entire book. Yeah, there is. Oh, no, hold on. There's like 1 page of monster action. There we go. 1 page. Yeah, this one looks like it's actually an issue of something is killing my patience. Like every other issue of this book I really like. It's kind of weird. Hold on, something's wrong with the... Yeah, hold on, I gotta tighten this up a little bit. Un momento. There we go. Okay, lift that up. Tighten that screw back down. There we go. That's a little better. So yeah, probably this weekend I'm gonna sit down and read this Lovecraft book that's right here. It's the Lovecraft manga. I've got a couple issues of that I have read already. Or a couple of chapters of that. And I just want to plow through the whole thing and do a bunch of reviews and get them all up and ready to go. This is like the previews book for DC Comics here. This is new. It just came out. This is the July issue, which if you don't know, that means we're all this stuff gets ordered like 2 months ahead of time. So you start thinking about July at the beginning of May, which is exactly where we're at. And so far, I'm not really seeing anything I like, except for the stupid Godzilla book. The first Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong series was fun and stupid. And it had stuff like a giant Batman robot like punching giant monsters and stuff. Like, it was stupid and I loved it. So I'm looking forward to the next one. But the rest of this all looks like it's rehashes and stuff we've done before, but with better creative teams. Except maybe the Absolute stuff. A lot of people like that. I wasn't impressed with what I read. And the art for, like, especially Absolute Batman just kind of put me off. Yeah, there's really nothing in here that looks exciting except for the stupid Godzilla book. If you can believe it. Oh. Wow. See what I'm talking about? Like, it's rehash time, man. Absolute Unit Batman and his giant axe. Yeah, that. Do you have a leather sofa to read while smoking your pipe and drinking your old-fashioned? No. My sofa is upholstered in fabric, not leather, thank you. Like, see what I'm talking about? Like, Gotham by Gaslight was kind of cool all on its own, right? That was that like 20 years ago? Or am I thinking when the animated film came out? I don't remember. But, like, why do we need to revisit these worlds? We don't. Why can't we have, like, cool new stuff? Why can't people think of new things? Like, as much as I think, like, DC vs. Vampires was kind of silly, like, at least it's something new. Oh, God! The pun! The pun! DC's California Love #1. Okay, you know what? Whoever came up with this one, you get a pass on me for this. I'm not going to read it, but you get a pass, because that's stupid and fun, and I'm with it. I like it. Oh yeah, I got to read the DC Sonic the Hedgehog crossover. I got like the first 2 issues of that just waiting for me. See what I mean? I'm like so behind on all this stuff, man. I get sidetracked into like wanting to read a very particular thing, and while I'm in that mode, I don't want to read anything else. Oh, I love it! I love it! Aquamanatee! Oh my gosh! Like, for something aimed at kids, like, come on, man. That's beautiful. It's wonderful. Oh no, we are not getting an ad in the middle of this. I'm sorry. Go away, stupid advertisement. Aquamanatee. Oh my gosh. I watched the Dogman movie. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Well, I totally watched that. That was a really funny movie, man. A lot of fart jokes in it, which, given the target audience of like 8-year-olds, it's like right on. But one of the fart jokes was actually the best gag in the whole movie. No pun actually intended there, but that was a good pun reference thing. There's a part where there's a building that's like come to life, and it's rampaging around the city, and it's like full of gas that will make things come to life, right? So it gets defeated and knocked out, and so it's laying there on the ground, and then it just lets one rip, and now all the other buildings nearby it then get up. It's just so juvenile. I loved it. I don't usually like that kind of humor, but yeah, that was perfect. Way better than the DC Fart Fetish comic that came out like 2 months ago. I can't believe that was real. What do we got? Okay, this is like collected editions and stuff. I don't know if this book was any good. I didn't read it, but the covers always looked pretty cool. Because I didn't read it because Tom King. Like, I see Tom King's name on a book these days, I know I don't want to read it. So it could be amazing. I don't know. Never gonna find out. I got a lot of stuff I actually do want to read. You know what I mean? Oh, that's kind of cool. Get the 3 DC mangas all in one collection. Although the other mangas didn't look so great, but the Joker one? Fantastic. If you have not read the Joker manga, you should go read it. The guy who wrote that understands Batman better than pretty much anybody working at DC Comics. It's amazing. He understands the core of the character, and he understands the core of the Joker, and he understands how they have to interplay together, even though Batman is a stupid drooling baby. I know somebody who's like besties with Ian Flynn, so I got like an in right there, man. Ian Flynn's been writing the Sonic the Hedgehog comic for, I don't know, 20 years or something at this point. So that's all the stuff from DC Connect. You're gonna need a black screen for a second. Sorry. And let me close that. And let me get this up here. I did want to look at the Free Comic Book Day books. So Free Comic Book Day is the first Saturday of May, which is May 3rd. Odds are you probably live somewhere near a comic book store. Even you, XLG. And you can just pop in there, and depending on the store's policy, you can get some books for free. At Graham Crackers, I think it's 3 is what you can grab. Which I don't even know if there's 3 books I'm super interested in, because I scrolled through here. And that looks kind of fun, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the target audience for a Thundercats Powerpuff Girls crossover book. But I really like the way this one manga looked. Where is that at? Not the Minecraft one, although that might be kind of fun. Will it be a special show on Saturday? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. We'll find out. We'll play it by ear. The cover of this Conan book looks pretty cool. But Titan Comics like pissed me off, so I don't buy their books anymore. But there was this one manga down here. Oh, I didn't see the Gargoyles book. That looks pretty cool. All about Demona. She's a cool character. Where is the book? There it is. I don't know what the heck this book is, but like this dude in armor with this I'm not sure if it's actually rifled or if it's just an arquebus, but he's super cool. And right next to it, as Ninja Weasel just said in all caps, the Phantom. AFK slamming evil. Oh gosh, what a stupid tagline for a movie. So I'm probably going to pick these two books up. And then I don't know what my third book is going to be. Like, I went through here, I didn't see a whole lot that really looked super exciting till I got down to... Well, maybe the 2000 AD might be alright, I don't know. But the one I ended up settling on was the Udon. Either the Udon... I didn't settle on one. It was either the Udon book here for Street Fighter or the Mega Man book. Like, I couldn't pick one. Also, I just saw there was a book by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar here. I didn't see this earlier. He wrote a Sherlock Holmes book a few years ago, too. Yeah, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, if you're thinking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and you're like, this guy writes comic books? The answer is yes. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he writes freaking comic books. Because I have his... I have an issue of his Sherlock Holmes book. Like, this guy. One of the greatest ball players ever. Absolutely crazy, right? Like, I can't believe that this guy writes comic books now. It's crazy. But he sure does. Does it say on Wikipedia that he does? Because he should get credit for being a writer. Coaching career, player profile, legacy. No, this is really all just focused on his b-ball career, which, maybe not a surprise, film and television, yeah, Game of Death. Which, his scene in Game of Death was pretty darn good. Man. I'm just looking at, like, the list of stuff he's been in. I'm like, yeah, you know, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty... Oh, here we go. Writing, yeah. Okay, so I guess the comic book was based on the actual book he wrote. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I just learned. That's pretty cool. So anyway, that might be neat. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get the Phantom book, this Tower Dungeon and Isak book, because this cover, it just speaks to me. And then I get like one other book, and I don't know, man. It depends on what the shop's got. It could be the 2000 AD, or it could be Mega Man or Street Fighters. Ninja loves the meta gag with him in Airplane. There's a lot to like about Airplane, and there are many great gags in Airplane to like. So anyway, I think that's going to do us for New Comic Book Day here, guys. I'm going to take a short break. Now, probably like a 5-minute break or something like that. And I will be back and we'll play some City Heroes. I'm just sitting here with it. Most of this break is going to be me holding this ice pack to the side of my head. So, oh man, I can taste blood. That's wonderful, isn't it? Here's a pro tip. Don't get surgery. Oh god, my computer's like dying. I can't pull up the I can't pull up OBS. What the hey? Oh, there it goes, finally. Alright, if you were watching this on YouTube tomorrow, have a great one, man. And I hope to see you again next time. Remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. And actually, I'm looking over here. This is kind of a cool cover. This is definitely a cool cover. That's got energy. This also might be cool. I don't care about the Boruto half of it, but I think this the Kagurabachi here. That's a cool cover. I don't know. It's tricky picking your free stuff, right?